Well, I parked my fucking car. Okay.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I changed up the scenery because I received some constructive criticism that my friend did not like my last backdrop that I had. And in my defense, it really was just kind of like a practice round. I was not sure if it was gonna ever go up into the world. So now that I actually kind of know what I'm doing, I do agree I need to get my setup a little bit better. I plan on like eventually getting like a camera and maybe a microphone. I have no idea. If you'll have any suggestions on ways to make this not so ratchet, please feel free. I need all of them. This is my cat, Luna. Come join the party, Luna. I like to give Luna little shoulder massages to relax her little muscles. Sorry, I didn't mean to disrupt you. Okay, so anyways, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm about to go to work, so I just like got ready early and I'm just like kind of chilling right now. So I thought now would be a good time as any, you know, to film another video. I'm gonna try and do like one video a week. That's my goal. Help me stick to it. I think the story that I want to tell, a friend of mine actually was the one that suggested that I do this to tell you the story about my cousin's wedding and our crazy night that unfolded with that. So to give you some backstory, my family is from New Mexico, a very, very, very small town in New Mexico. I mean, like, there are no bars, there are no clubs. There's just like restaurant bars, you know, like you could go somewhere like Chili's and stuff and they have like, you know, a bar in there, but there's no like music, DJs, fucking strobe lights. There's just nothing like that. And so my family came down to Fort Worth, that's where I'm at now, because my cousin was getting married. So my family had come down for the weekend, right? And they were staying like 30 minutes away from like where I live. So my plans that night were I was going to go out with my sisters because it was also my sister's birthday that weekend. So we were gonna go out to 7th Street and just like go party. That's like where I work, so I'm there constantly. It's like a very normal thing for me. And my uncle, who lives in Clovis and never goes out and does anything, he was like, I want to come, like I don't do things like that. And like he's so much fun. I love my uncle, like he's the best. So of course I was like, okay uncle, like you can ride with me, because I was planning on staying at that hotel that night. I was gonna like I was gonna drive with him and then we were gonna drive back to the hotel that night and we were gonna stay at the hotel. And then the next day was the wedding. And so I like pack up my car, me and my uncle, we drive to 7th Street and we're just out. It was me, my uncle, my auntie, my 2 sisters. And so we're all just, you know, vibing, having a good time. It was fun. Really wasn't anything crazy. And my uncle, he's like, he was just very excited, you know, he was like ordering us a lot of shots. He kept like ordering shots after shots, and my auntie was like, stop fucking ordering shots, like we don't want any more shots. And he's just like you want a shot, you want a shot, literally like going around asking random people if they want a shot. He went up to this guy and he was like, I could steal your girl. He was just like really unhinged. And as the night went on, he just became more and more unhinged, like to the point where like my auntie was like pissed. Like she was just like, he always does this, like we can't take him anywhere, blah blah blah. And we were just like, he looks like he's having a good time. So at that point it was not our problem, so we were just like, whatever, like let him just do whatever he wants to do. So the night goes on and we are going home. My sisters and my auntie all went separately and they weren't going to the hotel, they were going home. And so me and my uncle are driving home and he is just yapping my fucking ear off all night. Like, I mean, like he was like, take me to the strip club. I need to go to the strip club. Just drop me off here. Just drop me off here. Just drop me off. He's like trying to get me to drop him off on the side of the road. I was like, listen, uncle, I don't give a shit what you do once we get to this fucking hotel, but I am taking you to the goddamn hotel. I am the one that is going to have everybody on my ass if I just tell them that I left you at the strip club. So I'm like, no. I'm like, shut the fuck up, we're going home. I'm literally like blasting my radio, trying to just drown out the nonsense that was coming from my uncle. And like, I really was just losing my patience. Like, I really was. I was just like, shut up. I was like, shut up. I'm not taking you anywhere. You're not going anywhere but the fucking hotel. So by the will of God, he falls asleep. And I'm just like, thank you, Lord, because I was going to knock him out myself, like, if he didn't. So we finally get there. It's like a 30-minute drive. We finally get to the hotel. My uncle is literally drooling on himself, like, pass the fuck out. And I'm thinking, okay, this is good. I'm just gonna, like, park right up where, you know, the front entrance is. I'm gonna drive up there. I'm gonna, you know, wake him up, send his ass wherever the fuck he's going. He was staying with my grandparents that night, and I was gonna stay with my parents. So I'm like, bon voyage, like, I got you here, you're home. Go to bed. So I go out to his side, and I'm like picking up all his shit. He has like all his fucking money all over the place. He has his wallet all over. And I'm like picking up his stuff, and I'm like trying to wake him up. And I'm like, Uncle, like, we're here, we're at the hotel. He's just like, just out of it. So I'm like literally like, I grab him and I'm trying to like get him out of the car. I figure once I like, you know, kind of get him on his own 2 feet, he's bound to wake up, right? No, not right. So I get him out. I pick him up, and he just like falls to the ground like a fucking bowl of gravy. Like, I just have, like, he just melted into the ground. And so now he's on the ground, and I'm like, Uncle, like, wake the fuck up. Like, what are you doing? Hello? So I'm like trying to wake him up. I'm shaking him. I'm fucking yelling at him. And he's just like knocked out. Like, he's like drunk, mumbling. Like, he's like awake, but he's not like getting the fuck off the ground. So I'm like, okay, I'm literally like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, he's in the middle of the driveway, like out in the front door is right there. And this is like a nice hotel, okay? This is a hotel that my cousin like had his wedding, like, reception and all that stuff. It's like at this hotel. So it's like a hotel that's like for weddings, you know? So it's like, this was like not your fucking Motel 6. So I was like, I need to get this situation fixed now. So I start just like thinking, I'm just like, what the fuck do I do? He's not waking up. He's on the ground. Like, what am I going to do? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to move him from the middle of the driveway to not the middle of the driveway. So I grab him. He's wearing a belt. Thank God. If he was not wearing this belt, I don't fucking know. I'd had to literally drag him by his fucking chonies. So I grab his belt. I'm literally like, and I have these sharp fucking nails, okay? So it's not easy for me to grip things very hard. So I'm grabbing his belt with the jaws of life. I'm just like dragging him, dragging him across the pavement because that's the only fucking way I could get him up. Like, I really genuinely, for a long time before I got to this point, was trying to wake him up nicely. I was trying to just be like, Uncle, we are here. Like, you just have to wake up and get up and walk 5 steps and we're inside, you know, like, we're right here. Eventually, I just started to panic, and I was like, I need to move this motherfucker now. So I'm dragging him across the floor, and at some point I stop, and I was just like, this is fucking crazy, and I have to record this because it's just so fucking crazy. Like, there's no way this is happening right now. So insert clip here if I can.
Uncle, I need you to just come over here and at least fucking stand by the wall while I park my fucking car, okay? Okay, listen, I'm coming back. Okay, listen to me. I'm coming back. You need to scoot more against the wall so they don't see you. They're literally coming out here. Hi, I'm so sorry. He's fine. Yes, he's just really drunk. But he's alive and he's good. Thank you. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, Jessica.
Uncle, get it the fuck together.
Whatever you want.
Uncle, I literally need you.
Okay, anyways, so I am dragging him across the floor. And he is still just like not waking up. As you can see from that video, it just was like, there was like the lights were on, but no one was home. Like he was just not there. So I'm like, hello. I just like really started to panic because I'm like, it's like 4 a.m. at this point, right? I'm at this fucking hotel and nobody is answering their phone. Nobody is answering their phone. My mom is not answering her phone. My sisters are not answering their phone. Like, I'm calling everybody just trying to be like, how the fuck, like, what do I do with this man? And so I call my auntie, the one that we were just with, and she's the only one that answers. And I'm like, thank God. I'm like, Auntie, I need your help. I'm like, he's passed out. I can't wake him up. I don't know what to do. And she was like, go in your car, find some water, just throw it on his face. And so I'm like, are you sure? Like, she was like, yeah, he's gotta wake the fuck up. So I'm in my car. At this point, I moved my car from the front entrance to like a parking space so that I could figure out what the fuck to do with him and just go inside. So I look in my car, I find a water bottle, and I go and I walk back. And as I'm walking back, there's like a man that's like literally standing over my uncle, and he's just like, what the fuck? And my uncle's just like on the side of the road, just knocked out, just passed out, literally. And I like walk up and I was just like,
hi, that's my uncle. Like, I'm taking care of him. He's fine.
And he was just like, is he okay? I was like, I don't fucking know, dude. You see what I'm working with here. I didn't say that. I was just like, yeah, he's fine. He's doing great. And he was like, what are you gonna do? I'm just like, why are you asking me all these questions, sir? Like, fucking help me or fuck off. So I was like, well, honestly, I was gonna dump this bottle of water on his head. He was like, oh, okay. He was like, that's a good idea. Just walks inside, just leaves. So I'm like, okay, thank you for that. He goes inside and I end up like dumping this bottle of water on his head. And by the grace of the Lord, that actually worked, right? I get his ass up. And I'm literally like, okay, we are going inside. I finally get him up off the ground and I'm literally like army fucking crawling him to the front door. And I literally told my uncle, I was like, you just have to walk good enough to get past the front desk person, okay? Because I don't need the fucking cops called on us right now. I need you to just get it together for the next 10 seconds. We're walking to the elevator. We get to the elevator and I realize that I do not know the room number. So now we are presented with a new fucking problem because I have no idea where our family is staying. And this, like I said earlier, this fucking hotel just happened to be a bougie hotel, so you could not get to a floor without a key. And I didn't know that prior to this. So I told my uncle, it was already hard enough to get his ass to the fucking elevators. I'm not dragging him anywhere else. So I was like, stay here. Stay here. I was like, I'm gonna go run to the front desk. I'm gonna go get our room number, our room key, whatever. And then I'm coming back. Okay, those were my instructions. I go to the front desk and I talk to them. I literally talked to them for like 2 minutes. And I was like, listen, my family is staying here for a wedding. This name. I don't know the room number. Don't have a key to get there. I need to get my uncle home. So I get all the shit that we need. And I go back to the elevator. And to my surprise, my uncle is gone. Yep, he's gone. At this point, I was like, okay, he couldn't have gotten far. Like, in the state that he was in, there's no way this man made it 20 steps, you know, in the time that I literally just went to go talk to the fucking front desk person. So I'm like looking everywhere. I'm looking under tables. I'm looking behind couches. I'm looking behind bushes. I'm looking all over the place for this man. At this point, it's literally 4 a.m. and nobody is still answering my phone calls. And at this point, I was just like, I just remember sitting down at this, like, it was like this little like coffee shop right next to the front desk place. And I just like sat down in this chair and I was just like, oh my fucking gosh, I just lost my fucking uncle. I just lost him. Lost. And now I'm stuck in this hotel. Don't have a room key. I don't have a key to go up the elevator. Like at this point, I'm just fucked. I can't find my uncle. I can't get to the room. Like nobody's answering me. It's just like, it was a nightmare. I literally for like 30 minutes just sat there and contemplated my life in this fucking Starbucks. So finally, by the grace of God, I get a hold of my mom and I'm like, Mom, I'm like, I have a problem. And she was like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And I'm like,
Daniel is gone.
I don't know where he's at. And she was like, what do you mean? What do you mean he's gone? I was like, I don't know, Mom. He was passed out on the floor and I was dragging him inside. I finally got him inside and now he's gone. And so she comes downstairs and it was so funny. I'll never forget it. She was like wearing her pajamas, like her little shorts and her shirt, and her hair was just like crazy. Like you could tell like she just woke up out of like the deepest sleep. And I just look at her and she looked at me and I was like, I don't know what to do. I just started laughing. Like it was just like, it wasn't funny, but it was just funny because I'm like, what the fuck? So I kid you not, we searched for my uncle all night long. All night. My auntie ended up calling my grandparents, which was a bad idea, but I mean, at this moment, like, we really didn't know where he was. Like, it was kind of like, they literally were asking me, like, they were like, somebody might have taken him, like, where was he? Like, why did you leave him alone? And I'm like, I didn't leave him alone. Like, I literally just went to go to the front desk. And when I left him alone, he was by the elevators. It's not like I left him on the side of the road outside. Like, he was at the elevator, you know? All he had to do was just fucking stay there. I said, and he would be fine. So I was like, Grandma, respectfully, this is not my fault, okay? And I'm like, listen, guys, y'all are not understanding what I'm saying. I'm like, he couldn't have gone far, okay? Like, there's no way. In the state that he was in, I don't think you guys realize he was not, you know, capable of a lot at that point. It was just like a horrible, horrible, horrible thing in the time because I literally was like so stressed and everybody was like kind of blaming me. Like they weren't like outwardly blaming me, but they were like, I was the last person with him. So by default, I'm the one to blame. I fucking like literally we're like all night. We're searching for him. My grandparents went to the jail. They went to the hospitals. They fucking were calling all over the town. They were fucking literally like we were searching for him all night long. And at this point, it's like 8 or 9 in the morning. And we're all, me, my pompo, my grandma, my mom, are sitting in the lobby. And we're just like defeated. Like we're just like, what the fuck? And then he just comes out. Just comes out of nowhere. He just pops up. And he's
Like, hey guys, what's going on?
hello, where the fuck have you been? So we're like literally, we all wanted to jump him at that point. Like we were like, what the fuck do you mean hello? You care to explain? And he was like, oh yeah, I just crashed out in some lady's office in there. He was asleep in somebody's office. And like, mind you, like I said, it's fucking 9 in the morning. I'm pretty sure these people start working at like 6 or 7. So this lady has just been working at her desk with my uncle passed out on the floor and just didn't report it. Didn't say anything. Didn't even wake him up. I mean, I understand it's not easy waking him up, so I don't even blame her for that. But like, you could have said something to the front desk. We're like telling the front desk, they don't know what I'm talking about. It would have been nice, sweetie, if you're watching this. It would have been nice for you to just fucking say that there's a drunk man passed out in your fucking desk. So, anyways, that was the day of my cousin's wedding. That was the day of my cousin's wedding. Yeah, my uncle, we all get ready. We're fucking tired as fuck. My uncle was literally on his deathbed most of that day. Like, he was so hungover. My grandma made him go to the wedding. She was like, you don't have a fucking choice. But after the ceremony was over, he just went to the car, passed out, just was done, out for the count. Yeah. And that was that. And ever since then, anytime my uncle has ever come to town, he's always like, can I go to work with you? I want to go to work. I want to go to your job. And I'm like, nope. Nope. It's not fucking happening. So anyways, that story is so funny, and it's like a big thing in our family now that we all just like laugh at, and like everybody, like the next day I totally had forgotten that I took that video. Like it was like I said, I was in like survival mode at that point, so I was not like thinking like, oh, this is funny, let me post this. I just literally was like, somebody needs to see this. Like if I didn't take that video, nobody would have known the horrors that I went through that night. And yeah, so it's just really funny, and now I just know better, you know, don't take small town people to the club. That's what we learned here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't take people from small towns to clubs, because you will have to drag them on the pavement by their belt, and then you'll lose them, and then your whole family will blame you, and you will be stuck searching for them all night long. So anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you want to see next. I want to do like a spiritual video next, but I want to do some like research. Like I actually want to put some time and effort into that. I don't want to just like do it off the top of the head like I have been doing. So yeah, I want to like go back on some of my books and like get a little refresher, write down some notes. Like I'm gonna have some good stuff for you guys. Yeah, that should be coming up next, and let me know if you guys want to see anything else. And until then, peace out, bitches.